Hello and a happy new year to everyone who's actually returned. Thanks for coming back. Obviously, we've been off for some time. For those that did watch the Big Fat Sorare Quiz of the Year, this is our first outing since then. But welcome back. This week, we've got arguably the most beautiful episode. I feel like I say it every week, but this week it's an in-house episode. We've had a few scheduling, we'll say conflicts, but we've got a couple of good people lined up for the start of the year. But this week, it's just me, Aaron, and Mark. How are we, boys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, mate.
Fellas.
How are you both?
Good, mate. Good. I'm one of those
Yeah.
weirdos that's happy that all the period's over, and I'm happy that I've got my routine back to normal.
I can't lie. I'm usually like get me off work, get me away from it.
Yeah.
But after Christmas Day and Boxing Day this year, I was just like, that's enough now. I've spoken to enough people. I don't want to speak to anyone else for at least a few weeks.
I kind of lived up to my alcoholic name and drank every day from the 18th of December till
You had a drink?
just a couple every day.
That doesn't sound. Are you all right? That doesn't sound like you.
Hey, this is going to be my first one of the year now recording, by the way. I ain't had a drink all year. It is only the 5th, but that's actually pretty good for me. But yeah, I think it was 13 days in a row I worked out I had at least one drink. So
That's impressive.
That's good going.
Have a break. Yeah.
What does for you two? Obviously, we're all men of a certain age. Me and Mark, particularly, Aaron still claims to be in his 20s. Whether he is or not is a different story. I don't know. To be fair, having shown us how thin your beard is, you actually might. Because obviously, remember, this is the first episode going out on YouTube.
This was a private conversation before.
Well, it's going out on YouTube, mate, so you can see it. But yeah, I mean, you're obviously looking at it. Have actually only just hit puberty, so
we won't tell him what you said about his other areas of his body.
Yeah, but again, you saying that just gives it away.
I haven't hit puberty in those areas either, so.
But what does like for you boys? Now that obviously you've got past the age where you wake up at 2:00 in the morning, desperate to open your presents, what does your Christmas Day look like?
Go on, Mark.
Mine was very different this year because I was down in Cornwall with my family.
Of course,
without my daughter, unfortunately.
With all the other Liverpool fans.
Yeah, with all the other Liverpool fans. And other than my daughter, who wasn't with us, we don't have any other children or anything in the family. So it's pretty much just we're an afternoon present opening family as well when the kids aren't around, which I know is a controversial subject. So it pretty much, for me, it's, I don't know, waking up at a reasonable time. I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Going into my dad, who's busy doing the Sunday dinner, or the Christmas dinner, should I say, asking him if he wants any help, and more than happy when he says, no, I'm good. Going to the lounge and chilling out for a bit, really, until dinner's ready. That's it.
Fair.
Very boring, very boring.
I'm your typical, it's 6:30, no one's allowed to be asleep, presents on the bed, paper everywhere type job. And this is only me and the missus, by the way. I've not got like kids running around or out like
You're
that.
a grown man. I'm gonna say you're a grown man.
Hey, yeah, once you can grow old, but you don't need to grow up.
No, you did. You're a grown man.
No, I disagree, mate. I enjoy it. And to be fair, I'm one of those, I love sitting there and like watching someone else open the shit I bought for them because I'm like, I need to.
Yeah, so do I, to be fair.
I've spent money and time on this, so you better appreciate it type vibe.
Yeah, just staring intently.
First one as a married man as well, so we literally just spent the morning, I say us three, that's my dog, because I treat her like a child.
Does she get presents?
She definitely got presents as well. She even had her own stocking filled with presents and all that.
Do you wake your missus up going, he's come.
It's normally her saying that, I think.
Yeah.
But
you still putting a carrot out for Rudolph and stuff?
Yeah, definitely don't do that because I'd just go downstairs and drink the whiskey straight away or whatever you leave out and just go back to bed.
I think you're just supposed to leave him some milk, aren't you? You'd be pissed up if he were flying around world.
Nah, people leave him booze, don't they? Like a sherry or something.
Do they?
I think so.
I've never done any of that, mate. I don't think.
No,
but like when I see people that are like leaving out like icing sugar and doing little footprints and stuff, fucking have a day off, will you? Have a day off.
He's not even real, fella. What are you doing?
No. Yeah, says the lad who says he wakes up saying he's come.
Yeah, I don't do it for Santa reasons. I do it for present reasons, mate.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure his missus appreciates him waking her up saying he's come.
Yeah, and then he starts talking about Father Christmas.
Yeah, and then she opens her eyes and he's got his pants around. He opens her eyes, he's got his pants around his ankles.
Well, what was the best Christmas present you got this year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oof.
It's a big question, and it's one of them in it because like, do you want to say one's better than the other? Oh, I love them all equally, but I don't want a political answer.
Oh no,
I want to know your best one.
I feel really replenished with fresh boxes and socks, which I always
I
appreciate.
fucking love fresh boxes and socks.
Yeah.
Pants
The
are
best-
unreal. Like if you get a
Yeah.
good fresh set of
Oh,
pants.
the best shower of the day, of the year, sorry, is the Christmas morning shower. When you've had your boxers, your fresh socks, you have a shower, you put them on.
Hold on, you don't open them till afternoon.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Time you shower. What time you showering, you
I
dirty bastard?
meant back in the day. I meant back in
Do
the day.
you know what? That's so funny because I reckon that's the first time someone's just got caught out lying on the podcast.
I think you're talking more Boxing Day shower at this point.
No, because I do know the amount of followers that Nicholas has as well. So
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, true. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Merry fucking
That's
Christmas.
a very quick
I hope he had
turnaround.
a stinker. I hope he had an absolute stinker. Walk up on his own.
firm
Oh,
but
but-
fair. Firm but fair.
Woke up on his own.
Well, mine, I can't think off the top of my head what my best one were, but I love a secret shirt. So, Secret Shirt Company, if at any point you want to sponsor us, I've got it ready to show you because I don't want, like, give a fuck about getting like a Doncaster Rovers shirt. Or like, imagine getting something from somewhere shit like Scotland. Like, imagine getting a Rangers shirt or some shit. Like, give a shit. I don't care.
It's not.
Don't give me
shirt
it.
like that.
Honestly, imagine you open a secret shirt box and you get like a Hibernian shirt. Who cares?
I tell you
Who
what,
cares?
Scotland's not
I'd be
shit.
well
It's
excited if we've got a
trash.
Livingston one.
Yeah, Scotland is trash. Hey, listen, we'll talk about that. We'll get onto that. But I always ask, because a secret shirt company, you can say what you don't want. Obviously, like my worst nightmare is opening the box and it being a Blackburn shirt,
Yeah.
or even it being a Burnley shirt, because I buy the kits every year, so I don't
you've
want
already
another
got it,
one.
haven't you?
So I always say I don't want anything from the UK, and I don't want like list the ones that I've already got. And this year, for Christmas, I got a CA Temperley shirt, a Club Athletic Temperley shirt.
You love your
And,
cat as well.
Yeah, I do. It's a classmate, little cat badge, and they play in the Argentinian second division.
Are they some sort of affiliation with River Plate or whoever it is?
I don't know.
It's
It is a
badge.
very. They've all got similar badges. I think
Yeah.
there's like a template, a copy and paste that they use. But that were a good one. That were a good
Yeah, I
one.
rate
Like
that.
Mark said, I got the old. I've just remembered what my favourite one were.
Here we go. Taylor Swift. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. There
Oh,
it is.
Taylor Swift phone
There
case.
it is. Yeah.
Taylor Swift phone case. Taylor Swift phone case. That's
Virginity.
my missus. Taylor Swift phone case. There's my phone. Somewhere back there. Taylor Swift phone
Wait,
case.
who needs
Got
more
fucking
than
loads
one
of 'em.
phone case at a time?
Oh, he rotates.
Is
them
that
every
a
week,
thing?
mate. It's. I think that's like a slight autistic trait. He's got that he rotates his phone case every single week.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I'll be changing it every week.
He's lost his head now. He's just enthralled in these.
I know. I'm just
phone
putting.
cases.
I'm putting them all away. Putting them all away.
I
I'm
actually
happy with that
couldn't
one.
Tell you, I can't remember what I got.
I was
It's
thinking
tough,
the
innit?
same.
It's tough because like they all merge into one because you open that many presents. But my missus, her mum gets well carried away. We got a new food processor.
Oh yeah, you saw you making some soup the other week.
some new kitchen knives.
Oh,
Immediately
mate.
cooked myself.
I got a new set of
Just class.
saucepans.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
That's strong, you know.
A good frying pan is one of the best purchases you can ever make.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I bought a poacher, like a little poaching pan the other week.
I don't really have
Just
poached
class.
eggs, to be fair.
I love a poached egg, but I can't be arsed having to like make a little fucking tornado and then
With a little bit
pissing
of
about
vinegar in
it.
it and stuff as well.
Yeah, it's effort in it
yeah.
where you get these little ones with little pots, crack it in, let it go for 6 minutes. You're laughing. But we better talk about football, haven't we? Really? We're 10 minutes in.
Can we have a drink at some point?
Oh, it's been that long.
Yeah.
I forgot about the drinks.
I'm dying.
I forgot about the drink. It's been 10 minutes. What am I doing?
I've already
Right.
opened
Yeah,
mine.
so I mean, we said today, didn't we? Because we did have a guest lined up, but we'll talk. Like, he'll come eventually, but he couldn't come today.
We tweeted it out.
He's on his sick bed.
Oh, did we talk? Oh, yeah. So you know, if you've seen the tweets, it were Nellis, but he's a poorly boy, like you've seen. He's
It
not
wasn't
named to his
Nellis.
deadline.
It wasn't Nellis either.
Nellis, what am I talking about? I'm having a shocker here. Quinny, same person in it, both just as big, stature wise, because they were the first two I ever seen. Nellis and Quinny are interchangeable in my head, but
Racist.
are they both called John?
I don't know.
Are they both called John?
I think so.
Maybe that's right. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. But yeah, it was supposed to be Quinny, the first man to ever do a live podcast at Sorare Sevens. But he's poorly boy.
He could have brought his rat with him.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. He'll come on at some point when he's not a poorly boy. But speaking of guests that we've got lined up, we've got the man
We've got the dictator.
What's the opposite of Braveheart? I feel like he must be the opposite of Braveheart.
Is whoever Braveheart was against?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, we've got Laird.
Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah, mate. Oh, no one deserves to be called that. But yeah, we've got Laird. We've got Laird coming on. The timing couldn't be better because we'll be doing that in the middle of next week. So that's actually going to go out next Friday. So from here, obviously, this will be Tuesday. So a few days, you'll have your Laird podcast.
I'm just going to pour a drink at this point, I think.
And I'm excited to have him on. You know, we've got a lot to talk about. What's this? Talk me through it, Anaz. You're obviously desperate.
I know.
Talk me through it.
Grayson's pink gin.
Grayson's.
Never heard of Grayson's, to be honest, but I love a gin.
I don't mind a pink gin, you know. From when I did have a drink, I don't mind a pink gin and lemonade.
So I ain't gone lemonade though.
You just gone straight pink gin.
Strawberry and pomegranate tonic.
Ooh. Oh, that does sound a bit nice.
Very
complimentary.
That's a found at the back of the cupboard job, that, mate.
It's still fizzy though.
It made a noise.
Yeah, spot on. Love that.
Okay.
What about you, Marc Senna? What have you gone for?
Well, as we decided to pick our own drinks, and I've spent the last week or so back in Cornwall, I've decided to go for my favourite Cornish lager, which is a Korev. Did you see that?
Doesn't sound very Cornish. Sounds Russian.
I don't know, fuck knows where the name come from, but yeah, it's Cornish lager, and it's absolutely delightful. You can get it in all good supermarkets.
Can you? All good supermarkets.
Yeah.
Do you have supermarkets in Cornwall?
Yeah.
You know, they just have like garden centres.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, just like a little bit on side.
But fun fact, there is 0 Greggs in Cornwall.
That's vile. Why would
but do you have like
the reason being is because there's so many Cornish bakeries.
I was going to say, yeah,
that they just wouldn't stand a chance down there. No one would go there.
No, there's the amount of like little pastry shops and stuff when you're knocking about. I don't think you could have a Greggs down there.
So when I was growing up as well, there was no KFCs in Cornwall at all, right? So the first time I ever had a KFC was when I started going up towards Plymouth Argyle with some of my mates when I was about 15, 16. And it was like a little
cultural haven of Plymouth.
That's it. It was like a little ritual. Get on the train on a Saturday morning, go to KFC in the centre of Plymouth, and then go watch the game. It was brilliant.
I don't care about KFC personally.
No, I don't anymore.
I don't care for KFC. No,
I used to. And then
so
I had it 3 times in a row where it gave me shits every time, and it would just.
Oh yeah, you can't be risking it after that. No.
Well,
I've gone for.
Water?
I've been drinking. I feel like I've been drinking Coke Zero non-stop. So all I've gone for is a little bit of water with some squash in it, a bit of Robinson's barley water or whatever it's called.
One of the most blandest drinks ever brought to the podcast so far.
Do you know what as well? I like it piss weak.
Oh, that's
I like it proper weak as well. So it's like in this full bottle, there's probably like that much.
No,
squash. I can't stand weak squash.
No,
yeah, I'm all
right. A glass type job. I need it to be like sour when you're drinking it. It's that concentrated.
I'm the opposite. I want it to be like water with a hint of juice in it.
That's vile. Well, cheers, boys.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Happy New Year. It's going to be a big one. Like I said, we've got guests lined up left, right, and centre. We've got a new thing that I want to try out today, which I'll test out on both of you, and we'll see. Maybe that'll be a regular thing. Obviously, we've got Sorare Sevens coming up this year now.
Yeah, nearly 3 months away. Roughly.
Yeah, 3 months away. Well, 3.5-ish, maybe 4.
It's the 7th of April.
Than I'd like.
Yeah, so it's more 4 months away than 3 months. But we booked hotel this weekend. Everything's all set, ready to go now. So bring on Falkirk. That'll be a big one. Tickets are still on sale for all those that want to get involved that haven't come yet. That haven't got the tickets and stuff.
Last year's figures, if not higher already, are we?
We're close to it already. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be a big day. We're going to try and catch a Scottish Premier League game, aren't we?
We are.
See if the rumours of the Standard are true, and we'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
See
See
if
if it is trash or not.
Tell
But
you
right,
one
listen,
thing,
because
I'm not buying a stat because those teams will not win me anything in Sorare, so I am never buying any
listen,
Scottish players ever again.
you can't listen. They might be they only get called good cap players because they fit. Okay, you can't compete with players like that. Outside of Celtic are good.
I'll tell you
You
now, by
can't
the way.
compete.
Everyone knows there's no such thing as a trash Sorare player. You're either good or you're good for capped.
No, not true.
It's bollocks. You've never used half the players in my gallery.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some of my Matthias Vecino absolutely stinks. Comes off the bench for Lazio for 10 minutes, does fuck all, and then bounces. He's useless.
Comes off the bench, which means he's got a low cap, 25 a game.
Yeah, but he's rubbish. He's rubbish. But we don't want to touch on the Scotland thing too much because we've got to be talking about that next week, haven't we?
We've got some
When
great stuff lined up.
when we speak to Laird.
I feel like he needs to prepare himself a little bit.
Oh, he's
It is-
prepared.
For an
We've been talking about
ribbing.
it.
Yeah.
Here's a little hint.
We've been talking about it. He's prepared.
today.
Yeah, Aaron's got something special lined up.
Came today.
Yeah, which I'm very excited about that.
You got the right hair colour,
but
mate.
He's keen for it though. He's got his drinks in early doors.
Great drinks, by the way.
Yeah, good drinks. Might be the best drinks so far.
Well,
which I'm excited for.
Maybe not taste wise, but name wise, definitely.
I'm quite excited for mine. I've never had mine, but I imagine
I've never had mine either.
In fact, can we just take a moment, by the way, that if Quiddy did turn up, can we say what he was going to bring with him?
Oh, yeah, we've got to discuss it because as far as alcoholic choices go, that's the worst one. It's the worst one. It's got to be the worst one.
One I can name that's worse, and I think that's Sambuca.
Yeah,
I don't mind Sambuca.
No, but you can't.
Especially a black Sambuca. No, you can't. To be fair, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Like no one's having a Sambuca and Coke, are they?
People know, I got home from work like 40 minutes ago. I can't just come home and put a line.
Start knocking back Sambuca. Yeah. That is true. But
so
yeah,
Quinny wanted to bring tequila wanted us to bring tequila.
Tequila.
And I've got a story for you, lads, which is embarrassing as shit, but it's fucking hilarious, right? So one of our good mates hosts a Christmas party every year, and they love getting a bottle of tequila for it. So they always go out and get a decent bottle of tequila. Now, 2 of them were pregnant. There was no shows and things like that. So there's about 6 or 7 of us really drinking.
Yeah.
A bottle and a half of tequila later between us all, like literally a full bottle that was opened on the night, and then they had half a bottle left from somewhere else that we then drank that as well, meant that we were in a very, very bad state. That bad that the missus was actually throwing up the day after, which she never shunned us from drinking. She's normally all right, and she was an absolute corpse for the next 48 hours. So that evening, when we got back and got in bed, you know when you get beer sweats?
Yeah.
Like you're drunk, you can't get comfortable, you're sweating your ass off. I was at the in-laws' house, and I decided to cool down. It was a good idea to lay on the bare wall naked because it was freezing cold of the bedroom because it was so cold. I was like plastered sideways on it like this. Fell asleep like that. And then all we know that the day after his mum came in and was like, oh, I ended up walking in last night by mistake. And, oh, you looked really cute in bed and all this. And I was like, if it was the wrong time she came in, I was plastered stark naked on the bedroom wall. Stuck to it, stinking of tequila, thinking if my mother-in-law has just seen my bare ass because I'm so warm from tequila sweats, it could be the worst Christmas going.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad one, that, to be fair.
It was one of the worst hangovers we've ever had.
I don't understand how people, because I know people that enjoy just drinking tequila. I don't get it. It's rancid.
Yeah.
I think the first one I go, it's not as bad as I think, but I don't want it. And then you have another and you go, that's actually vile.
Is that your worst drunk story?
Oh, no, nowhere near. No. I just don't think
it's not podcast appropriate.
Can be said on a podcast. Yeah. I've got some bad
Jesus.
On my 21st, went out in Newquay, obviously in Cornwall, and
I thought that were a short abbreviation of Newcastle for a minute.
No.
No, it's down south, mate.
And I was out with the football team. It all came out, and obviously the dirty pints were flowing, and I was an absolute mess. Anyway, we had a coach to take us back. It was booked for about 2-3 in the morning. I got to about 11 p.m. and someone had to phone my mum or someone to come and pick me up. Anyway, they took me out of this bar, and I was stood outside of, funny enough, KFC, And I said to my mate, "Oh mate, I'm going to be sick." Turned around and projectile vomited all over the front window of KFC where there was people sat eating their fried chicken, just like in disgust and horror as this like liquid mixture of
Fucking hell.
Guinness and Baileys and
Oh my God,
everything
that
was
sounds
just like
disgusting.
running down the window of KFC.
That's disgusting.
Not my proudest
That's
moment.
absolutely
Not my
disgusting. I
proudest
should
moment.
hope not. Imagine if that was actually your proudest moment. Like that was the thing you were most proud of in your life.
I mean, it's
Thing
up
is, you've
there.
got to
But,
put a stint in to get there, haven't you? You've got to be proud of the effort you've put in to get yourself
True.
to that
Yeah,
point.
true. It is a shift to get there.
I
But
do love a good drunk story.
I'll tell you what, I need to bring it back around Sorare. Because we barely talked about Sorare yet. We're
That's true.
20
We're
minutes
20
in.
minutes in.
yeah.
But I want to get your boys' thoughts on people who are obviously hacking or obviously taking advantage of people who have been hacked.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I bring this up is because we've got a friend in the group chat who has been hacked this week,
Shout out
lost
Salmon.
the vast majority of his gallery.
He got quite lucky. I think he lost about a quarter of it in end.
He did. He's got lucky because he's got some of it back as well, and people have reached out and stuff. But there's like a couple of accounts when you look at the transactions. There's the one that you found today.
I'm gonna get these up now because I just
Yeah,
don't
do.
see how these go unnoticed.
I don't get how it's unnoticed because it's the same like scheme almost. So he'll buy a group of players for a fee. Like there is always money involved. It's never
Yeah.
nothing, but it's always vastly under what the players were. It's usually like 25%, 50%.
Mm-hmm.
And then he immediately bins them off to a bot for cash. Immediately.
This is where I think, right, because my first thought was that they were just gallery buying. And people offload 30-40% under values and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Could easily be that, but then you don't make profit on bots doing that. You can't
No.
sell them onto bots to profit, or everyone would just do it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this was the best example, and I'm going to name him anyway, and people can go have a look themselves, and if they want to try fuck him over, they can. Gusta91, Gusta 91, spent 77 quid for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players, but the 7 players equated to about 120. So that's 45 quid cheaper than what the actual average sale price, not floor, not anything, like average sale price, at 6:17 15 days ago. At 6:55 the same day, every single card is offloaded to a bot for 104 quid within less than an hour. Done. The
So
same
it's literally
day,
just 30 quid profit immediately.
Yeah.
instantly. The same day, he bought limited off someone for £1.82, which his selling price at the time was £7.29. So it's not. If you look at the percentages of that, that's nuts. Like it's not even.
No, that's
It's
that's
literally
crazy.
like 20%. He then sold it within a couple of hours to another bot for £5.83 straight away.
Immediately making 80% profit.
And it's like you can do this for hours. I went through it today, didn't I? Just sent screenshots.
Yeah, you sent us loads, didn't you?
Every single purchase was like, he bought this one at 16 minutes later. Spent £3 on an £8 player and then sold it 18 minutes later to a bot for 6 quid. I just think.
But it's just constant money making, and you know full well that they're just draining that money.
Is this the same bell end that sent Salman a message?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Is it the same one?
Same guy.
Who claimed that he wasn't hacking?
Yep.
And that he should reconsider calling it hacking.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying he didn't hack the account. He just capitalised on the cheap sales. But
I just don't believe that if you're doing it
impossible
constantly.
because the cards weren't listed.
Yeah.
He didn't list them for cheap. He's had to make an offer of that value for those players for it to be accepted.
Yeah.
So how would you randomly, perfectly time the fact that that account has been hacked to then offer cheap? It's just impossible.
Yeah. But like, I get that it's difficult to identify because they've been smart about it. Even though they do it all the time, because they offer money, they can always pass it. They will always be able to pass it off as, "Oh, I just thought you wanted to get rid of your cards immediately. I just thought you wanted to get rid of them dead cheap." It's bollocks. I don't understand now. If you can provide that detail to Sorare support, and you can like show that this person's taken advantage of you being hacked, that you can't be helped, which Salmon didn't get any help for it.
They did well stopping it as quick as they did. but he didn't get hardly any support on getting the stuff back.
in getting the cards back. Yeah.
And the biggest cop out of them all, let me just getting it up here. They reached out and seemed extremely sympathetic. That, of course they're gonna, because they've been caught
Yeah,
out. They're not
they've
going
been
to sit
caught
there
out.
and take the piss out of you, are they?
No,
So
exactly.
I do think it's a bit shit on that front. But if they can't physically put down to a law or a rule within Sorare that they've done something wrong, they can't just overturn it because someone's not happy about it.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough because then how do you say that someone's like not just accidentally listed it for the wrong price, or like been sent an offer and accidentally accepted it?
How often do you see it on Twitter and it'll go? And I'm actually all for the people that fuck these up, because if you've accepted it,
Same.
it's your own doing.
Yeah,
But the amount
100%.
of people that go, they should revert this trade because I didn't realise that he'd added this card. Sorare says this card has been added to the trade before you.
Especially now. In the past, I can understand a bit more because you didn't get as many warnings. It was easier, especially when it was like it only showed you in ETH. It's easy to miss a zero out, especially if you're not clued up on the value of ETH and stuff. But now,
the point being somewhere else. And stuff
yeah,
like
but now you get your warnings. You get told when cards have been added and removed and stuff like that. I don't think there's any excuse for it now, really.
No, I don't.
But yeah, shout out to Sorare for stopping it as quick as it were, and shout out to that bellend for realising that he'd been fucked and got caught. Hopefully his account gets shut down, lose all his cards.
If he is buying cheap because he's got some system that people offload the cards to him and he can just get rid of it, fair fucking play. He must be making a lot, but he's also accounts worth 300 quid, which means he's cashing out,
just bleeding the money immediately. Yeah,
he's just taking money and that's it.
So and you found multiple in the space of an hour. Like,
it didn't even take that.
He must have been doing it for a while. Yeah, exactly.
If anyone's interested, go on his account, go on his transactions, and within 5 minutes, you can guarantee that you'll think he's cheating somewhere.
Yeah,
thing is,
exactly. I agree.
Thing is, though, like Salman's a really active member as well on Sorare, isn't he? So if this guy hacks someone who's not logged in for ages, are they actually going to notice?
Well, that's it.
And he only knew because the app now sends you notifications on any players.
Yeah.
So he only found out because he started getting notifications saying your offer has been accepted. And he was like, I haven't fucking sent any offers.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have the app, if someone's not got the app or they don't have notifications,
which also, by the way, it shows you that it's someone offering out his players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because his offer has been accepted. Yeah, exactly. It's not you've received an offer; it's your offer has been accepted. But more, I feel like we could talk about that all day because it's just shit that people do that. But how's football been over the New Year break for you guys in general?
It's been brilliant. Should we touch on our little trip to Anfield?
We had a nice little Christmas present, didn't we? Me and Mark went off. Oh yeah, sorry, Aaron. No, you weren't invited. No, Aaron had a prior engagement because he was hosting people at his house.
Yeah.
But we had 2/3 of a make it a double trip to Anfield.
We did.
For Liverpool versus Arsenal. Thank you to Mo. Again, what a king! Like the fact that we even get asked for stuff like that. Like I don't think we're like top of the list. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But
Mark seems to be getting fucking off.
I don't. Yeah, Mark and Mo are pally. But like, it's just nice that we're even in there and considered. Like it's crazy that we've been asked. We had a great time. Obviously, Mark, you're a massive Liverpool fan, so
it was brilliant. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm a member. Go to as many games as I actually possibly can.
2 a year, massive.
Yeah. But it was nice to. It was just nice to experience the hospitality bit of it, wasn't it? And it was proper VIP, wasn't it? It was.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
As much as I was jealous as well, the fact that you got to sit at a table with Paddy the Baddy was fucking unreal.
Well, to be fair, he was on the other side, and
he was fuming that we asked for a photo.
Do you know what? I don't think he was fuming. He just obviously couldn't be asked because he must get asked all the time.
Yeah.
I think
I don't mind me at all.
That'll be us at sevens, lads.
Because he said to us, he didn't say no. He just said, yeah, just get a quick selfie. And like I said to him, like, saw you last week, like best fight. I genuinely thought it would be best fight. Yeah, we had like a bit of an exchange and stuff. And like you could see when kids went over to him, he was a lot more like engaging and receptive with the kids, which I prefer. I'm a fucking grown man. If you don't want a picture, tell me you don't want a picture. I I'm not going to fucking cry and beg you.
Yeah,
If you don't want to because you beat people up for a living and you can't really be arsed taking a picture on your downtime, I don't have a problem with that.
Thing is, we chose our
When
moment as well. We waited until he
yeah,
finished his meal and stuff. There
yeah,
was
we
people
did.
like asking him whilst he was in the middle of eating, which I just think's rude.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Really
And
shit.
it's not when people are like out with their families and stuff. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Like it's nice, but they're just normal people, man. Like if they're out with the families and stuff, just fucking leave them alone.
And you bumped into Tiago when you was having a piss.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I popped back from having a piss because you'd all gone to sit down, and he like dashed across, and we just had a little interchange, and he dashed off downstairs. He looked
Dropped
fit. I
shoulder
don't
on
know.
you.
Well, no, he looks fit, mate. I fucking tackled him. He looked fit, but I
Mate,
don't
your
know.
knee
Nah,
would
mate,
still be in
no,
Anfield if you
my
tried
knees.
tackling him.
Had him put him out for an extra couple of weeks.
I'm telling you, hey, listen, he look fit to me. I don't know what to tell you. I think he's stealing a living. Allegedly, Tiago.
How
if
many
you are
times did
listening.
you mention Burnley
That's
in the
slanderous.
10-second interchange?
I didn't at all, mate. I didn't at all. But do you know what? For me, it was really nice to watch a football game with
With a good
no
team.
bias, like in person, with completely no. Like I didn't give a shit if Liverpool won. I didn't give a shit if Arsenal won. And obviously, I was purposely pissing people off to start with when I started shouting "Arsenal,
Oh, mate.
Arsenal," and I got a look from those fellas in front of me.
Oh,
Which
no. I could have
also,
swung for you at that moment.
I was buzzing with myself. Thought it were hilarious. But I tell you what made me laugh. So when Liverpool scored, it was from a long ball. Trent played it over the top to Salah. Salah cut inside and scored the easiest goal you'll ever see in your life. But the fella in front of us, they're obviously Liverpool fans, like you could tell. But as soon as Trent played that ball over the top, he went, "Oh, that's shit." And then he scored, and he was like, "Yeah, what a pass from Trent." And I just leant forward. I went, "Did you not just say that were a shit pass?" And his mate went, "You did? You know
There's a video come out of it last week, Wigan game, I think it was. And they've got like a set piece out wide, and there's like a couple stood around it, and as every football fan thinks, don't go fucking short.
Yeah, yeah.
And he rolls it out to him, he goes, "What are you doing?" "No, don't shoot from," it goes in back foot, and just because the recording from guy, he goes, and they're all like, "Yeah!"
I love it, mate. I love it when that happens.
You must love the fact it's happened, but be so pissed off at the same time that you've just been caught out. Like,
I remember.
Do you know what's great, Adam? It was I follow Ian Rush on Instagram, and a day later he posted a video on his Instagram. You can go and have a look, and it's when Mo scored, and someone's videoing Ian Rush celebrating, and like 2 seats down from him is Kenny Dalglish celebrating, and then
and we were just on the other side.
about 20 seats further on from that, you can just see me in the background.
You and Ian Rush practically best mates.
We are best mates, mate. Me and Steve McMahon
I
are
remember.
best mates now too.
I think I've seen that photo more than any photo this year. I think that photo.
Hey, listen, a good picture. Do you remember Jean-Michel Seri that played for Fulham for a year?
Yeah.
So he scored one of the best goals I've ever seen in person when we went to Craven Cottage, and he scored from about 35 yards. It were an absolute rocket. Obviously, it's got an asterisk next to it because it would pass Joe Hart, so obviously it takes a couple off.
And now he plays in the trash league.
Now he plays for the best team in the trash league. Exactly. It says a lot. He's about 80. He's dog shit and somehow still plays for the best team in a country, which, listen, it is what it is. And then, so he shot, and genuinely, it was like the second minute, and we'd got there late. I walked up, went to sit down, and as we were walking past, he shot, and the fella went, no one scores from there. And it just absolutely rifled into the top corner. And I was just like, why have you said that? It's obviously that guy's fault that it went in because he jinxed it.
We used to have a guy called Raji Van La Parra when we were in Prem.
Yeah,
Van La Parra, left winger.
Yeah.
He used to play for Wolves as well.
Couldn't tell you that.
Play for someone because he used to be good on FIFA. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
And we were playing West Brom at home, I think it was. And it was late on it game at 0-0, and he's got ball, like you say, 30 yards out. Square on as well, not even facing goal. He's like, square on, and everyone was just like, why is he looking at this? And he just looks at it, he pings it, and the whole crowd were like, oh, and it just fucking dipped
and
in
it
the
just
back post.
Nestles in. Yeah.
There was even like a delay between the celebrations of people going, fuck.
Oh shit, it's gone in. It's gone in.
And then the crowd just went absolutely nuts, and I was like, that is actually one of the best goals I've ever seen live.
Class.
That's class. I love that. I love a good goal in person. Yeah. But let's again bring it back to Sorare, because I've got something I wanted to ask you boys about. It got mentioned briefly, and I don't really know how much detail it got mentioned in because it's been banded around a little bit. Waiting leagues. So giving certain leagues either a bonus or a minus because of the difficulty of the league.
No.
Thoughts?
To be honest, that's the first time I've ever heard of it, and it's already a no.
It's tough, innit? Because I saw the thing.
You're devaluing players because
I
as
think
soon
it
as
got
you put a
mentioned.
negative on someone, it's just devalued that player.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. But I think it got mentioned very briefly as like making the best players the best players. So like, because obviously at the minute,
I thought
if
you're taking
you,
that away from the best players, though.
but what I'm saying is like, should Mbappe's 100 in the Champions League against AC Milan, for example, or whatever, be the same as Borja Iglesias' 100 for Real Betis against, like a second division Spanish striker getting 100 for the bottom, like scoring a hat trick against bottom of the league.
I think I'm a bit old school with this. I mean, if your
I think
score should be your
I think if you
score.
score 100, I think if you score 100, you score 100.
Yeah, I think I heard this on another
It
podcast
might
or
have been on
something
a different
this
podcast,
week,
but
and they were comparing Carlos Hill with Kimmich, and
yeah,
saying, does 100 from Carlos Hill, should that be the same as 100 from Kimmich? And I think it should be.
I think so. I think you score, you score.
Yeah.
You've got your matrix for a reason. If you hit the matrix, you hit the matrix.
That's
Otherwise, get rid of the
But,
leagues that you would devalue and just go top 5 leagues,
yeah,
and that's all you
but
can play.
isn't it just the same as playing the regionals? You play Champion Europe, you're playing with
You come up against the best players.
top five players,
Yeah,
top 5 leagues. Yeah,
I think so,
if
and
you
that's why the rewards are pulled the way they are.
Yeah, I think I guess the only
you
issue with it is looking at All Star division, because if you play the cap modes, I suppose you expect and you know that it's entry from any. But I guess if you're playing All Star, they could do something there. But other than that,
Yeah, but I think All Stars the fact that it's supposed to be for anybody.
yeah,
It's supposed to be for everybody and anybody. I don't like it. I don't like the idea. I think it was Sorare Tenaball that mentioned it to be in a message.
Oh, sure.
But I don't like it. I don't like it. Obviously, for people who've like got a massive collection, like a collection of Norwich players in a second division, if you all of a sudden lost 10% because they play for Norwich, like it's hard. It's harsh, man.
The French second division or something.
Yeah, it's harsh. That I don't like it.
I don't know if it's just a bit straightforward, but I've said this since day dot of playing Sorare. You make your decision of what team you put where.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play against Mbappe, don't play All Star. If you don't want to play against Mbappe, play Challenger. If you don't want to play against these top players, play cap modes.
Yeah.
Like it's not too difficult to explain, and the amount of people that get offended. Oh, I'd have won this if he didn't have the best team in the game.
Exactly.
Well,
but he's got the best team to win.
The best team in the game.
Yeah, and that's why he's got the best team.
Those cards, and then he put them in that division, and he won the division.
Yeah, that's the game. Yeah. You can't complete. Like I would have won it. Like this week, I'd have won Cap 240 this weekend if all 5 of my players played, but they didn't. No. So what am I going to fucking do?
That's why I hate the whole substitution thing as well.
Yeah, you pick your team. You pick your team. You pick your team. Ooh, it is what it is.
Lads. Shall I open my tier 4 limited?
What have you got a tier 4? Have you?
Yeah, double threshold and a tier 4 limited. Dutch forward. Verona. Jaden Braff.
Never heard of him.
I don't know who that is.
No. Do you know who I want over Christmas as a tier 3 limited was Ivan Toney.
Yes,
ooh,
I saw
he's
that.
back soon, right?
Yeah. 17th of January, I think. And there's strong rumours linking him with an Arsenal move.
Well,
he's the exact kind of player that Arsenal need.
Yeah.
Them rumours have already been quashed, I think. Brentford managers
really?
said that he's not leaving in January.
I don't think that matters, though. But I don't think Thomas Frank could tell you if he's going to leave or not. If Arsenal come in and they chuck 50 million, he's leaving.
Mm.
Like, it doesn't matter.
I get that, but I don't think he'd also come out and say he's not leaving.
No, but I think he has every intention of him not leaving.
Yeah, true.
Like, I don't think we have any intention of Lyle Foster leaving. But if someone comes in and says here's 30 million, I don't think we'd be in a position to turn that down.
Depends if Tony forces it through as well, isn't it?
This is it.
It's like Suarez to Barcelona.
Yeah, I don't think you can come out and say. I think you have to come out and say it's not happening for your fan base. But I don't think you can guarantee categorically that someone's not leaving because you don't know what's going to happen.
And do you remember Mitrovic at Fulham when they refused to sell him for whatever the price was, and he.
Yeah, and then he left at the end of the transfer window.
He forced himself out, didn't he? Because he was like, "Fuck you." Yeah.
I know this is a bit one where most people won't have a clue what we're talking about, but Willem's just pulled Elise as his
As a big Michael
record.
Elise.
Finished
Nice.
16th, didn't he, in Champion Europe?
Yeah,
And he got Elise, yeah. That's a very
that's
good
a
goal.
nice win.
Michael
I love
Olise.
Michael. Michael Elise is a beautiful player to watch, you know.
Just got injured again, hasn't he? Done his
Has
hamstring.
he?
Yeah, he's done his hamstring.
Oh, fuck it. There's rumours of him leaving as well, so if he's injured, he might not. Which is probably good for Palace, to be honest. They need him to get
Yeah.
injured all summer and every January because otherwise he's gone. Because he's something else, that boy.
He's so good, isn't he?
Going back
Yeah,
to
him
the
and
so rare sort of competitions and the question you asked a minute
Yeah.
ago, Adam, there seems to be loads of stuff going on all the time of, oh, they should do this, they should do that. But is it really that broken that you have to?
it's
Nope.
it's progression for progression's sake, isn't it? Like it's
Yeah.
change for the sake of change. If it's not broken, which for me right now, I can only go off my opinion, it's not broken.
No.
I can compete with the players that I've got. Yes, it's like majority Burnley players, but I'm banking on them popping off every so often.
Yeah.
And they do. The guy that won the Prem Special with Burnley players. I
think
don't
this leads
expect
on to a good point.
I don't expect to compete every week. I think if you feel like the game's broken, you're either just not happy with your investment and how that's working, or you've invested it poorly.
I agree to an extent, but like I understand people worrying about gallery values, of
Yeah.
players dropping and rewards not being valuable and things like that. But what really gets to me is the amount of people that complain about it but don't do anything. So if I were going on Twitter all day every day going, my gallery's dropping, my gallery's dropping, my gallery's dropping. If you're that bothered, cash out now.
Yeah. Before it keeps dropping.
Because I'm sorry, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to ever tell anyone how to play the game. But
No.
if you're putting money into a game where you want to physically play SO5, you should be buying players that you can use long term.
Yeah.
If you're buying week by week, you're gonna lose money.
Yeah.
If you're buying for that game week, and it's because Sheffield United are at home to Luton, so you've bought Sheffield United's keeper, and you think
You're gonna
you've got
lose
a great
out.
clean sheet, and then they
Yeah.
play Man City the week after, he's gonna
His price is going to
devalue.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like buying
Decision-making.
if you've bought players to play the Prem Special that you're then going to sell after Prem Special and buy for the next special, you're always buying at an inflated rate and you're buying at the top, selling at the bottom. You can't do that if you're doing it to win the tournament, then that's different.
Yeah.
If you're buying like Burnley, Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, Fulham players,
Yeah.
you're not going to win enough
Well,
to
didn't
cover
that Fulham
what
stat
you
win it
lose.
one week?
Potentially. Oh, yeah, because they won
like
5-0
1
against Forest, didn't they?
That's your point still stands. But
Yeah,
at the same time,
that was a bad
you-
example, but
You need to be willing to lose that to put it in if you're
Yeah.
solely focusing on a special that has a date. It's got a date that ends. You know, once that date's ended, you
yeah,
cannot put them into.
players going to drop. Yeah, like for me, it don't matter because I want the collection. So the Prem Special was just a nice bonus for me.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered. I'm in a position at the minute where I've taken out what I want to take out. If my players go to zero, it'd be shit. It'd be really shit.
Yeah.
But I like playing Sorare. I like playing Sorare more than I do FPL, more than any other football game. I would still play Sorare just because it's a fun game to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot because things aren't great with some prices at the minute.
But there's no
it's tough,
denying
innit,
that they have come down. But you're
Yeah.
exactly right
Yeah.
in what you're saying. If you buy at the top, you're always going to lose out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple.
I was going to mention because it seems to have come up a lot this week is that Ultimate Champions.
Yeah,
whatever it's
I've
called.
seen a lot of Ultimate Champs this week actually.
So basically, they've announced like this new structure they're doing, and they've binned off the shit leagues. And
Yeah.
I'm naming one that I actually haven't even checked who they've got rid of. I'm assuming it's in there because they had it, and it was the Romanian league. I'm assuming that's gone. 'Cause
Yeah.
Is that
That-
a trash league?
it's probably just as trash, maybe not as trash as Scotland, but they've got rid of that. They've got a burning mechanism now. They've got rid of all card rewards apparently, where other than podium places. So you only get a card in a podium. Anywhere else is a cash reward, and then you're free to play. You can earn what's classed as their Sorare coin, and you can open packs to get players. Sounds brilliant. The day they introduce packs for players on Sorare is the day I think it dies.
Gone. Yeah, gone.
All
It's
it becomes pay
it's
to
just
win.
FIFA. It's just FIFA.
Yeah, there's gambling
Because you
issues
put
with
in
that as well, isn't there?
You put in as much money as you want to try and get an Mbappe.
Yeah.
It's just FIFA. Like it's
It's pay to win now, but it's an investment. You know what you're buying.
Yeah,
You could buy
exactly.
a pack for £100 on Sorare, and it says you get 3 rares. One's tier 4, one's tier 5,
Yeah.
and the other one could be anything. You might lose out 6 out of 10 times. Someone's just going to keep going and keep going
Yeah.
and keep going until you get Bellingham. Right, Bellingham,
And
tick.
you will get one person who opens one pack,
Yep,
and in that pack gets Bellingham, Mbappe, and someone else.
yep,
Never has to sells up and takes the money out.
yeah.
That's going to happen because that's
Mm.
it's a gamble. I don't like it. I don't.
No.
That's not why I bought into So Rare, was to try and get my FIFA fix.
Yeah, that is gambling as
Um,
well. So
yeah,
it's a
exactly.
no go, isn't it?
Well, things like that are banned in some countries as well. So
Exactly.
like FIFA points are banned in like Belgium, Sweden, places like that.
That's why So Rare
So
steers so clear away from the word gambling as
yeah,
possible.
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
What
exactly.
did you think then of the 270
This is
reward boxes?
listen. I think they're fun. I think they're fun. I think they are enjoyable to open. I won't pay for them.
But you don't. I don't think they'd ever release them as a payment.
No.
You could only pay for them with So coins because they're free.
Yeah.
So that's
True.
not gambling. I don't know the rules. But
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant as in they'd said that they're going to release some as like.
no, did you get the questionnaire this week or the survey from So Rare
Done. Oh, I did about 270.
about the 270 reward boxes?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
I haven't.
No, I didn't. To be fair.
I did it yesterday, I think, and
Yeah.
it was some of the questions were just like, why do you play So Rare? What do you like to get out of So Rare? And then it got into the reward boxes, and it was asking questions like, do you think normal cap 270 should be replaced with the reward boxes? Do you think it should be a separate tournament? Do you think that the higher up and the leaderboards you finish, should you get more than one reward box but have the same probability in those reward boxes? Or do you think you should only win one reward box like they have done with better probabilities of winning like star rewards and all that sort of stuff?
I think my perfect setup for that would be no card rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Money rewards for like say the top 150. So you're guaranteeing a return if you get one top 150 or something. So like podiums and that, get a cash reward and all that stuff. Even if it's your $5 type stuff. And then I think it should be like your top 10 get a premium reward box where you get like 20% chance at a tier 2 plus or something like that. And then 11 to 100 is a standard box, and then 101 to 500 is just reward box where you've got like 0.2% chance at a card, but you'll get your limited boost as well. Because then at least you're not guaranteeing to give out more than 500 cards.
Yeah, true. I think you would need more separation.
Yeah,
Ideally,
like a bit
because
of a rough thing.
if you say you went 101 to 500, if you finished 101st and had the same chance as someone who finished 500, I think that's quite harsh.
That's just on the reward box, so that's what I mean. So
the
cash
even still,
value,
I think because you could increase it. Increase. You said cash, so it threw me off with the sh. I think like with the actual reward bit, even if you increased it where you had 0.2%, and then every 10 places you had like an extra 0.1%.
Yeah.
That, I think, as long as there's an incentive to still finish higher.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could just scrape that baseline of 500 every time.
I think the probability increase is the best way forward, because if you offer the higher you finish, if you offer someone, I don't know, 10 reward boxes, but it's all the same percentage, you're still getting the same probability.
Yeah, every box you open
than
the
one
same
box.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't stack.
It doesn't. Yeah.
And I think it devalues the tournament knowing that you've got the same chance as whoever finished as in the lowest prize point to the top. Like,
that's what I mean about
you've got to benefit from finishing
needing a big separation in terms of like percentages and things. Well, should we test out my new feature, boys?
Let's do it.
Should we do it? So, fans of midday TV, so all you content creators out there that don't have 9 to 5 jobs and get to stay at home all day, which sounds beautiful, may have come across a little TV show called Tenaball, or in this case, Tenaball.
Oh, see what you did.
Because football, that's quick. Listen, top of my head, it's going to get a name. It's not going to be called Tenaball. It's going to be called Summit. Anyway.
And this is going to replace our quiz for a bit.
For a little bit, yeah, until I run out of questions, and then we'll go back to the quiz.
We'll get some
So
feedback, see what people like most.
what I'm going to try and do is every week have a Sorare related Tenable and a just football related Tenable. This week, I've got you 2 football questions because I want to break you in nicely, and I'm even going to let you work together.
Thank God.
We
So
got this.
I'm going to give you 2 lives each. So you're allowed to get 2 wrong, but I want you to get as many out of the 10 for each question as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
So your first one. So
Hang on a minute.
I've seen a post today from someone called CIES Football Observatory, and they do a lot of posts about like values of players, club rankings. I'll be honest, I was trying to find out where the Scottish Football Premier League ranks from a reputable source, but I've not
Doesn't
been
go
able to
that
find
low.
anything yet. No, it doesn't. It'll be 40th or something like that, below every other second division. So your first question is based on estimated transfer values currently. So who are the top 10 most valuable players in the world right now
Okay.
based on the CIES Football Observatory?
Should we take it in turns to go?
So yeah, I want you to take it in turns. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Do you want to go first, Az?
Yeah, because I feel like I can actually get one right. Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe?
It's got to be.
I don't think he is.
Fuck off. There's no way he's not top 10.
Kylian Mbappe apparently is not even top 20.
What fucking
Well,
website are you on?
So I've just told you, the CIES Football Observatory.
Well, I'll tell you what, that website is trash.
Listen, it looks reputable. I'm going. I thought you were going to say.
So does our logo for our podcast.
I thought you were just going to say the one who's just. The reason they've posted this is because one player has become more valuable than anybody else in
All
the
right.
world.
Okay. Can you let us off that one because
Yeah, I'll let you off that
that's
one because
difficult.
having not looked at the rest of the players, I thought it'd be in there.
I thought you'd be
Mark,
number one.
I think the first one's obvious.
Mark, I'm just letting you know, by the way, transfer market or whatever it's called, as Mbappe down as 180 million. So you've got to think of 10 players more than that fucking value.
So this one has him down as 106 million.
That's bollocks, man.
Like I said, I think the first one's
Is
obvious.
is it also to do with like time left on their contract? And
Yeah,
all that
it's
sort of
everything.
stuff?
So
Okay.
let me.
Oh, yeah, I know number one now. Yeah.
Based on more than
Gotta be.
6,000 paying fee transactions, the CIES Football Observatory statistical model allows us to accurately predict the transfer fees that clubs are likely to pay, given the prices invested in the past for players with similar characteristics.
Okay.
That's what it's based on.
All right. So I'll go now. Jude Bellingham.
Fuck that one.
Jude Bellingham has become the most expensive player in the world.
Yeah.
267.5 million euros is the estimated transfer value.
See, I want to say Haaland, but now I'm like thinking.
I think.
Well, yeah, Adam's give it away, so we'll go with Haaland.
Haaland's number 2.
Yeah.
So Haaland's number 2 at 251.2 million.
I'm gonna say Bukayo Saka.
That's an interesting one. Bukayo Saka is number 5.
Wow.
223.3 million.
It's just got to be young players with a long time on their contract.
Yeah. There's gonna be some, there's gonna be some like random Brazilian kid on here that's got like a contract for like 8 years at a club, like that guy that's just gone to Benfica's just been given 150 million quid release clause.
That's mad, isn't it?
This is gonna be bollocks. So I didn't think of a young kid.
To be honest, I think there's one on there that I don't think is that good, so I'm surprised he's on there.
James Trafford.
Oh, I was going to exactly what I was just about to say.
Listen, I'm converted. I'm converted on Traff. Don't worry about that.
Normally forwards.
That wasn't
don't
that
think
wasn't
he's
a
that good.
legitimate answer, by the way.
No, I know. And then there's one on there who I'm surprised he's on there. He's a very good player, but I'm very surprised he's top 10, and he is number 10.
So someone like Salah's not going to be on there.
So it's your turn as well as. So talk me through.
I'm trying to break it down, mate. I'm trying to think of someone that like we've just mentioned him, someone like Elise, but then I feel like he's not got that long left at Palace, so he's not going to have the long enough contract.
Interesting. I think there's a few on here that I think rightly so.
I'm going to throw one out there, and it could be wrong.
Go on then.
Mudryk, or whatever he's called, Mudryk.
Mikhailo Mudryk, he's not in the top 10.
Sorry, Mark, mate. I'm throwing.
Do you know what? He's not. Jesus.
He went for a fucking like nearly 3 figures, and he's like 12.
80 million. do you know what? He's nowhere. He's not even on my first page here.
That's shocking. That.
There's quite a few Chelsea players. Nicholas Jackson,
So just to let you know, like we're doing the pub quiz again next episode.
Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's on there. Enzo Fernandez is the highest Chelsea player apparently. Go on, Mark. You've got 3 lives between you.
3 lives. Okay. I'm going to say Jeremy Doku.
Jeremy Doku's not on there. Nope.
City.
There are 2 Man City players in there.
See, I want to
It's
say
got to be.
KDB, but it's
We're working
it's
together
too old.
as so we can talk about it. It's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
to be Foden, surely.
Jeremy Doku he's way down, but he's on the list.
Foden's a good shout. Yeah, Foden's got to be on there.
You
Oh,
going full Foden?
Alvarez has got to be on
So
there. Surely.
Julian Alvarez is number 8.
And we said Haaland. We said
164.7 million.
Haaland as well.
No, so there's still another Man City player.
okay.
Right.
So you've got Haaland and Alvarez. So you've got 1, 2, 5, and 8 so far.
Third.
There's some big. Yeah, I can see clubs paying this amount of money based on how football's going, and these players.
Oh, I can't. You know what it is? It's thrown me off that it's like what clubs would actually pay, not what
Yeah,
player value.
rather than yeah, exactly. It seems a smart way to if it's based on a bunch of different things.
What about Jamal Musiala?
Jamal Musiala's number 9.
Shout. Very good
Great.
shout.
Well done. Yeah, 20 years, nearly 21, 152.4 million. So there's one player in the top 10 worth slightly less, and then the rest are worth more. That number 10, you'll never get that number 10.
I think this isn't one of the guesses. I'm just wanting my opinion. Is someone like Anthony Gordon going to end up being on there or something? Because he's just smashed it under 21s and he's just gone to Newcastle on a new contract and stuff like. I feel like he's someone that would end up going for a fortune. But Adam's not given it. He's not done his tell of like trying to make me say.
I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing. I needed to do it for you to give you some confidence, but I'm not doing that again.
Trying to think of players that smashed it in like we're under 21s World Cup or whatever it was.
Yeah, he did. He did well. Yeah.
And then he got a big move. I'm not going to say his name yet. Do you think should we go with Foden or is that?
Yeah, let's throw Foden in there. I think.
Yeah.
Going Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Foden's number 6. 175.4 million. Sorry, 195.8.
Can you throw us a couple of some clubs out there, just or at least division?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So how many have you got? You've got 1. So you've got 1 and 2. You've got 5 and 6. You've got 8 and 9. You've got the rest are all from Spain, apart from number 10.
Pedri.
From the Spanish league.
It's got to be Gavi and Pedri, isn't it?
Gavi and Pedri.
Which one you going with me first?
Oh, does that mean one of them is and one of them isn't?
I reckon they're both. I reckon they're both.
You know me too well.
Which one's? I mean, isn't Pedri the better one, but Gavi's younger?
Exactly right for me.
So it's hard because Pedri's better, so you think he's worth more, but Gavi's
I'll let you
younger,
know.
so his contract could be longer.
One of them who's in here is one of the players that I said I can't believe he's in here.
One of the two we're saying?
I don't rate him at all.
Gotta be Pedri.
You going Pedri?
Could fuck this for us, Mark, but I'm gonna go Pedri.
Go on then.
It's not Pedri.
I fucking knew it.
So Pedri's he's high up the list, 125.2 million.
So it's Gavi then.
Okay, so Gavi's in there.
Yeah.
Gavi's squashed in between Foden and Alvarez, and apparently a club would be willing to pay 175.4 million for him, which I think is fucking rubbish. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't rate him. I've never seen him and thought, wow, he's a good player. I've never rated him. He's not 20 yet. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Is this one a Barcelona player again?
There are no more Barcelona players.
Is it Vinny Jr.?
Could be Vinny Jr.
It is Vinny Jr.
He's
done his tell. You've been shit at poker, you.
Vinicius Jr. is number 3 at 250 million.
So how many have we got left?
So you've got 2. You've got 4 and 10.
And they're both in that league.
What about that?
No, the number 10 is in the Prem.
Oh, right.
What about that striker for Sociedad? Is it Taki?
Takefusa Kubo?
That's the one.
He
Easy
can't
for you to say. I don't know how old he is though. He smashed it though.
I think he's like, is he 24, 25?
He did, yeah. I don't think he'd be top 10 values in one.
I'm going to give you this. He's 2 places below Jeremy Doku.
Okay.
99.8 million, apparently.
It's not going to be Rodrigo, is it?
Yeah, number 4 is Rodrigo at Real Madrid, 247. So you can buy him and Vinny Jr. apparently for a cool 500 million euros.
I just realised
And then number 10.
I just realised now this video goes out when we do the quiz and we raise eyebrows and do this to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to see.
Yeah. Listen, it only ever happens when I know you're struggling. I'll be honest, I'm not going to make you try and guess number 10 because I'm baffled.
Give us a clue then. Give us a clue.
He plays for Arsenal. And he does not deserve to be the 10th most expensive player in the world.
Martinelli.
Oh, he's number 11, apparently.
Odegaard?
Yeah, Odegaard, 150.6 million.
He's
sorry,
25. But Mbappe's not right, and Odegaard.
Yeah,
is
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like that's the only thing. Mbappe is Mbappe 25 now?
Yeah, no, he's 24, and he only
he aged
out this
25.
season. So I bet he's
it's got him down here as 25. Mad. He's past it. He's old. So there you go. So there's your 10. That's your first question. Now this one I think is a lot easier. It's
needs to be.
10. It's the 10 clubs with the lowest net transfer spend. So in terms of they've net spent the most out of anybody
in the world.
In the world.
Net spend. You know, I'm going to ask. This is just like a conversation.
Yeah.
And don't do you tell if it's right.
Yeah.
You know, I think could be on there.
Who?
Southampton.
Interesting.
Because they just sell, don't they?
So I'll let me count.
Lowest net spend in the world.
3. Well, sorry. So it's technically highest.
Like a top 5 league.
Yeah, but it basically means they've spent fuckloads of money and not made that much back. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
so
9,
they spent the
10.
most money.
Yeah, so they've spent fucking loads of money and not made any
right,
back.
Okay, I thought you meant the opposite. Same.
No,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because technically their net spend is like minus however many millions.
Oh well, Man United surely.
But actually, do you know what? I'll tell you, Southampton are 15th. Minus 237.
The other way around.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Minus 237 million. They've only made money on transfers once in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah.
So we're going. So just for clarity, we're going for clubs that have spent a shit ton,
spent a footload of money and not made as much back.
Right, Chelsea.
Yeah. Chelsea are top because they've just spent £620 million last year.
Yeah.
Do Man U sell players for that much money? They buy them for a hell of a lot.
So Chelsea's net spend over the last 5 years is minus 750 million euros.
Jesus Christ!
So there's your first one. Good work.
I feel like Madrid.
Yeah, they spent a load on Bellingham, didn't they?
Yeah, we'll go Madrid.
Madrid aren't on there.
Fucking hell! I'm useless at games.
There isn't a Spanish team in the top 10. Barca are 12.
That doesn't surprise me because they sell a lot of players, don't
they? Madrid are nowhere to be seen.
Who've Madrid sold? Did they sell Kepa? No, they didn't sell Kepa, did they? Did they sell Kepa?
Madrid are, unless I've just missed them, they're definitely not in the top 10.
Sold?
Real Madrid are below Bournemouth.
How the fuck? Who've they sold to counteract them? To be fair, other than Bellingham, who've they signed for like?
Apparently, the last 3 years they've made money. Don't forget, this is the most recent season is 22-23, so that's last season.
Do you know who I want? Do you know who I want to say?
Go on.
As Nottingham Forest.
They have, but he can't help himself.
I know. There's no tells this time.
Who?
There's no tells this time.
Should I say Forest?
Forest could be on there because they've bought 412 players in like 12
months. Yeah, they have, to be fair.
And they've sold one, that Welsh lad to Spurs. Who was it? What's he called?
Johnson.
Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson. Yeah.
I'm gonna say fuck it, Forest.
You going Forest?
Yeah.
13th. That's why I gave you a little look. Minus 246 million.
Did we say Man U were on there?
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
I haven't said Man U.
I'm gonna have to use it and say Man U.
Yeah. Second, minus 670 million euros.
Spend a fortune when they buy fucking fidget spinners. That's all they do.
True. Fidget spinners.
You know, Man City could be on there because who have they actually sold?
James Trafford to us for 20 million. You've got to remember, Man City sell all their fucking youngsters for stupid money.
How much did Mahrez go for and stuff like that as well?
Yeah,
exactly.
Saudi.
Cole Palmer, Cole
Yeah,
Palmer,
Cole
65 million.
Yeah, Cole was a lot actually, wasn't he? Yeah.
That were this season though.
Yeah, no, they're just examples. They sell their youngsters for a lot of money, don't they?
Can we get a clue of how many Prem teams are in there now after Man City? Man U?
There's only one team that's not Prem.
Oh, okay.
Everton.
No, Everton are 2 places below Southampton.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, yep. Aston Villa are number 7, minus 370 million euros.
Could West Ham be on there because Declan Rice were after?
Told you getting nothing from me this time.
I don't know what to actually. Have Spurs sold anyone?
Harry Kane.
That's a very good point. But that was
this year, though.
Oh, true.
And they just kept buying them. I'm going to say Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs are 4th.
Yeah.
Minus 477 million euros.
In coming weeks, by the way, you're going to have to get ones that are even easier because we can't spend another half an hour.
I know. Well, they're going to be so rare related, some of them. So.
I'm going to say Newcastle.
Newcastle are 6th, minus 422 million. So 50 million worse off than Aston Villa.
Just got to rattle off the top 7 in the Premier League, apart from Liverpool.
Who have Liverpool sold?
It's a good question.
Good question, actually.
Because it's as much as you don't spend shitloads, you do bring in quite a few players every year, but just on like 30, 40 millions all the time, don't you?
When he signed Darwin Núñez?
Not this season.
No, it was last season.
Exactly. Spend silly money for him.
Thiago season before as well, wasn't it?
Did you pay for Thiago?
No, we didn't.
Did you not?
I don't think so.
No, Thiago free transfer, I think.
How much did you sell Wijnaldum for?
I think he were a free transfer and all, wasn't he?
Well, this isn't a pub quiz, lads. It's just fucking, you know. All right, fuck it, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool are 10th.
There we go.
Minus 313 million.
Shit bastards. So how many we got left?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 and 3 of them are Prem.
Number 3 in between United and Tottenham. You need number 5 in between Tottenham and Newcastle. And then you've got 2 in between Villa and Liverpool.
We've only been playing this game for 20 minutes.
I know. Good. I like it. I'm having fun.
Can we get what league the other one's from?
Italy.
Juventus.
Yeah, it is Juventus, minus 337 million euros.
Yeah, they're shit at transfers.
What, and the rest of Prem?
The rest of Prem. They're all still currently in the Prem as well.
This is just a fucking stab in the dark at this point, Mark. I think we're just going to have to say team and hope it's them.
Go on, I'll give you... Mark, I feel like Mark thinks we're taking too long, so I'll give you one more guess each, and then I'll give you the rest of them.
I'm trying to do like a process
you
of
only need 3
elimination.
more.
I can't see it being Brighton because they've sold quite a few big players.
Mm-hmm.
But then with that, they sell them every year. Like they always get someone that's fucking expensively sold every summer. So I don't think it'd be them.
Them and Brentford have got a similar process, and they buy cheap, sell high. So
Bournemouth don't spend much money, surely.
He's already said Bournemouth. I think we're out.
Yeah, Bournemouth are low, but Bournemouth's net spend's fucking horrible. If you take away like Nathan Ake, their net spend's grim.
Crystal Palace, I wouldn't have thought spent much money. West Ham spent much.
You mentioned West Ham earlier. You didn't say them, but you mentioned.
I'll just say West Ham.
West Ham are 5th.
Yeah.
Minus 435 million.
I don't fucking know. I'm going to say Wolves.
Oh, that will give me my next
guess. Wolves are in between Villa and Juventus, minus 355.
So we've got one more.
You've only got one more, the third one. This one's more obvious.
And we said we weren't going to say Man City, though.
We haven't said Arsenal.
There it is. There's his tell.
So it is. Yep, it's Arsenal. That's all 10. Woohoo! Well done, boys. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the process of elimination. That was fun. I loved it very much. But next week I will have a so rare one for you. there will be a Sorare related Tenaball.
Never
Good
do that
times.
again.
Can't wait to do a little pun. I'll figure something out. I'll come up with something special for you.
We'll chat GPT it and see what spits out.
Yeah, we'll chat GPT it. Yeah, can't be a bit of chat GPT. Anything else you want to talk
We're
about?
parking darts this week. I think we should.
Yeah, 'cause there's no one to go up
see,
against, is there? So
I have no players playing this weekend.
no,
Yeah.
I don't have anybody playing this weekend.
No.
I can't be bothered going to. I think it's Serie A, isn't there?
Yeah, we'll have a week off.
Yeah, there's no one to go up against, and we fucking lose as it is anyway. So, what were you going to say, Az?
I was going to ask one more question.
Yeah, go on.
Seeing as though it is the transfer window,
Yeah.
what player do you want to sign most for your club in this transfer window if you can?
Does it have to be realistic, or
Yeah. Like you can't just chuck like a fucking Foden out for Burnley or something.
I was going to say Van Dijk, so we need fucking centre out.
He's shite as well, so it's fine.
We need an aura, mate. We need some form of aura. That's a tough. That's on the spot. That.
Yeah,
That's a
who's
tough one.
realistic is the question.
I mean,
I think for Liverpool, for me, it would be either a central defensive midfielder, although Endo has done quite well the past few weeks.
Yeah, he's playing well, isn't he?
Yeah, or just a striker that can put the ball in the net. I'd take Bobby Firmino back.
He's coming back as well, isn't he? But not to Liverpool.
Yeah, apparently.
Where's he going?
He's linked to Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Palace? Is it Palace?
That
Yeah.
stinks.
Yeah.
There's not. Surely he don't end up at Sheffield United.
No.
Fucking hell.
Surely
basically
Palace
told
is
him
more
to come back.
realistic, but
Yeah, at least Palace have got like some decent players to like.
Firmino up top, Elise wide with that new Franca, and then Eze behind
yeah.
him.
Well, that's what
Nice,
people
that.
are saying, isn't it? They want Franker on the left and fucking sack off Jordan Ayew and Jeff Schlupp.
That's a nice
Interesting
attack, is that?
Who would I want for Burnley right now?
See, I don't even really have a name in mind for Huddersfield. It's just the fact that we've actually signed 2 players already, and it's only the 5th, so it was like quite nice to see.
Are they recalled loans?
yeah, I was about to say, isn't it sad to see so many loans being recalled to Premier League teams? Like you've seen it, like Liverpool taking back Owen Beck from Dundee, who's done so well.
You need him though. You don't have a choice at the minute because both your left backs are out.
Yeah, that's true. We're playing Joe Gomez at left.
One's got a broken collar. Yeah, exactly. And
he's not going to progress in that league either.
But we've seen because I follow Plymouth a bit as well, and obviously Aston Villa have recalled Finn Azaz.
He's a good player.
He's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone to Middlesbrough today.
Yeah, and gone to Middlesbrough. Yeah, it's such a shame for Argyle because they always get stung because they're such a small club.
Yeah.
Whenever they start doing well.
Well, it's mad because seeing that we're doing it the other way now.
Yeah.
So that we've recalled Owen Dodgson and I can't remember who the other player is that we've recalled. Dora Costello because he's gone straight to Dundee.
Yeah. Didn't Huddersfield recall someone from Motherwell?
We did, yeah. Spencer, their right back, which to be honest, I'm so glad they have because
I was going to say you're struggling for first team defenders, aren't you?
Not only that, when we've got fit first team defenders, right back is the worst position.
Is it? Who is it?
That Thomas Edwards, I think he's called. He's called Edwards, but I think he's called Thomas. He used to be at Stoke.
Can't be any good then.
We got him on loan from Stoke. Why would a championship team loan a right back to another championship team if it wasn't shit?
Saying that, have you seen what happened today in championship? Blackburn have loaned their captain, their club captain, to Ipswich for the rest of the season.
That is
mental.
That's
weird.
Fucking mad.
Yeah. I've never seen a transfer like that.
Obviously, I hate Blackburn, so I think it's hilarious. But from a football, like, how much money, if they're struggling financially, how much money can they be saving loaning him out for the season?
Yeah.
You're saving
it's
what?
Just purely wages,
10 grand a week? Yeah. You're hindering because they're fucking struggling anyway at the minute. They've really fallen down the table. They're only like 7 or 8 points outside relegation zone.
We beat them 3-0.
Yeah, exactly. Love that. Travers is a good player. Like he's a good solid midfielder. To loan your club captain out.
I don't get it.
It's
mental,
crazy.
Yeah.
Even if your captain's not good enough to get in the squad, is your captain because he's there to have a presence. He's there to guide the team, even on and off the field.
And surely, like to the rest of the squad, that says we don't give a fuck about any of you.
Yeah.
Any of you could go.
Yeah.
If the person that we deem the person to lead this club on and off the pitch can go on loan, any of you. Any year could go.
There's got to be something deeper there, hasn't there? If they've been struggling and stuff, you don't know what, fall out with a manager, or there's got to be something there, surely.
Yeah. Who knows?
We don't care, do we?
Hopefully they get fucking relegated. Fuck them. Who do I want to say? I want a midfielder. I want another midfielder. Ideally, like someone creative, but because we're struggling to make chances. But like having Foster back.
What about
Fingers crossed he starts bagging.
What about taking like Fabio Carvalho from us?
Yeah, potentially.
I think we record his loan as well.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, like a Cole Palmer, someone like that. I'd take. Someone who's not getting much game time. Phil Foden, someone like that.
Calvin Phillips would suit you. I know he's probably
Jack Grealish. To be honest, Calvin Phillips, I'd fucking snap your hand off for Calvin Phillips.
Can we talk about the weirdest transfer rumour of the day?
Please tell me you're about to say it's a Tottenham centre half.
It's a Tottenham centre half linked to Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
Apparently, personal terms have been agreed for Eric Dyer to go to Bayern Munich today.
This
is he Harry
Kane's
best mate?
Well, this is it. It absolutely stinks of like Chopu Morting kind of agent, like because he's got the greatest agent of all time. Because he was shit at Stoke.
He's linked to
Man
U now.
Somehow, he's fucking played for PSG, Bayern Munich.
He's one of Man U's prime targets now.
Yeah, his agent is fucking he's doing some sort of voodoo, honestly, and now he's off to Man United.
What? The way they advertised it as well, they were like the 108 goal scoring striker.
Yeah. Over about 30 years.
He's had some sort of amazing season.
That includes his first professional year in Cameroon, where he scored about 80 goals as well.
I'm trying to see how old he was to say. He's 34, and they're trying to advertise him as a 108 goal scoring striker.
But
listen,
Strikes
aren't scoring, are they?
Brereton Diaz is coming to the Prem as well, isn't he?
He's
we were after him at the start of the season, apparently.
Ex-Blackburn as well.
Yeah, fuck him.
I've never rated him when I've seen him. It were funny that as soon as he changed his name to Brereton Diaz, he started banging in goals for fun. Yeah, because he was dog shit at Nottingham Forest.
When he was just called Ben Brereton, he was terrible.
Yeah, when he was called Ben Brereton, he was shit. When he was called Benjamin Brereton Diaz, he's fucking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
That is a fucking good impression, that.
But you just got to give it the shh, and Brereton Diaz.
You sound like a foreign manager in Prem trying to talk.
Sound like Unai Emery.
Yeah.
Sound like I'm doing my best Steve McLaren at Shekshi football. I'm trying to. I can't think of like an exact player that I'd want to sign for Burnley. I did see. It, there's not much to it, but this is one for you, as Ishmael Jacobs.
No.
I know. I know. I'm sorry. If it looks like more comes of it, I'll let you know.
He's a left back. You don't need a left back, do you?
Yeah, we fucking do. Did you not see? I seen a thing that said we want a left back, a right back, a centre back, a central midfielder, and a striker.
Not much then.
So basically everybody apart from Trafford.
Unless Monaco buy a left back, they won't get rid of him.
Because Xavi Enrique is out for the season.
Is that where Coutinho plays, left back?
No, he's right back.
That was he.
But Connor Roberts is off to Leeds, by all accounts.
Good.
Good. Yeah. He's been dog shit. I think Championship. He's one of those players who's going to fall between Championship and bottom of the Prem.
Yeah.
Because he has not cut it this year at all.
I feel like he's played in a lot of teams that aren't as possessionally active as Leeds are as well. So I don't know how he'll get on. As in,
last year.
No, I know, but I know you dominated teams. But Leeds, I feel like Leeds are more possession-based passing football than nearly any other side in the top two leagues are. Like, if you ever watch Leeds play, they have possession 70-80% some games because they just love to pass the ball about.
Yeah, so did we, to be fair.
Yeah, but
last year for us, he were the classic Pep inverted fullback.
Yeah,
that's what he was doing for us last year, and he had an unbelievable level of chances created and stuff.
Oh well, if he can do it again once,
I think he could do all right. I've seen loads of stuff bandied about how he's in the 0th percentile. Fuck off. That don't mean I'll shut up. No one cares. Just look at how he plays, and he's an half decent. He's a good top level Championship fullback. I think he'll do well for Leeds. He's fucking miles better than Luke Ayling. He stinks.
He's got a Middlesbrough.
How?
Apparently.
Who's buying him? Who's looking at Luke Ayling and that's what we need in this team?
Michael Carrick, by the sounds of it.
He's fucking rubbish. He's rubbish. I
He's
don't get
actually
it.
he's a solid enough championship right back. He's not playoff right back really. I wouldn't have thought, but like I'd take him at us right now compared to what we've got.
Oof, I mean,
That's
that must
how
be
bad
bad.
we are.
That
Yeah.
must be bad because
Well, I
he's
wouldn't
a
take him 'cause he's
lead
a scum
scum, innit?
player. Yeah, but
There
I
we
mean, as
go.
in, I'd
There
take
it is.
someone of his level of compared to what we've got at the moment. But we've just signed that wonder kid from Chelsea on loan for the rest of the season, Matos.
Never heard of him.
Never did I until about a week ago.
Oh, no. Yeah, I seen him.
But
Yeah.
Sorare Tenaball George messaged me as soon as he saw it were announced saying he came from Norwich Academy, was meant to be one of the best things in the world coming out of Norwich. Chelsea poached him and he's now just got back. He's got into the first team for the first time this season, so hopefully pulls his finger
Fair
out
play.
and does
Does
his
something
thing
for you.
keeps us up because
Yeah.
we are struggling.
Well, I seen the lad that we were supposed to sign last transfer window that we had on loan last year, Ian Matson.
Yeah.
Apparently off to Borussia Dortmund.
See,
Yeah, apparently so. Chelsea have said that they want a similar. They want the same package that they accepted off us. That then he obviously turned down. But Dortmund more interested in a loan. But apparently that's like something that could happen.
fair enough.
I've
It's
seen
an interesting one.
Donny Mallon's meant to be leaving, isn't it, from
He's some player him.
Dortmund. So because they're getting Sancho back, aren't they? So then Mallon was saying that he won't get much game time, so he wants to move and get.
I heard somewhere that Klopp was interested in Marlon coming to us.
Surely you don't need another winger.
Yeah, you don't need another winger.
Surely
No.
you
Can
don't
play
need another
striker,
winger
to be
who can
fair.
play up top. Yeah, but so can Salah, so can Nunes, so
think-
can
Yeah,
Jota, so can Gakpo.
I think Salah will be off in the summer.
Do you actually have an out and out forward? You don't, do you?
Nunes is a striker.
Nunes is a striker.
Yeah, but he's been shipped out to left wing, hasn't he?
Only when injuries occur and stuff.
Yeah,
That's what. But I feel like every forward
he's been putting him
you
out
can
there.
play anywhere across the front three.
Over Christmas, Klopp has been doing this triple change at like 60, 70th minute, where he's bringing on Nunes and putting him out on the left. But it's a strange one. And then playing Salah through the middle. But often that's when Harvey Elliott also comes on and plays that right wing position.
That's what I mean. I feel like you've got so many players that you'll just play anywhere across the front three, but you ain't got someone who, when those front three whip it across box, that's going to gamble in that 6-yard box and tap it in.
Yeah.
What you need is someone like a Lyle Foster.
We do.
That's kind of player you need. Keep your fucking hands off.
Yeah,
My beautiful little boy. No one knows who that is, mate.
I think you'll find.
Well, boys,
he's a great striker.
I feel like we might have rambled on enough for today.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I've got a burrito to make.
Yeah, I've got some food. I've got some wedding drama that I need to go and fucking sort out. So we'll see.
Say yes to the dress.
We'll see how that goes. Crying out loud. But yeah, like I said to everybody, the next episode will actually be out in 3 days from today. When we chat to Laird, the king of content. So we'll see you then.
Cheers boys.
Bye, everyone.